back to 5-Minute Fridays. I am just about to start my 5-minute workout for today. All I'm using today is a set of dumbbells. So if you have dumbbells, go ahead and get those ready. If you don't have dumbbells, that's fine. You can still do this workout right along with me. Grab a couple of shampoo bottles or water bottles. You can fill them with water or uncooked rice, for example, or you can even just grab a couple of cans of soup out of the pantry. So get creative and use what you've got. There are timestamps in the description box down below the video, so if you would like to skip straight ahead to the workout, you can go ahead and do that. If you need to see the exercises demonstrated and explained before we begin, let's go ahead and get into that right now. I am using a set of 10-pound dumbbells for this workout. 10 pounds is a good weight for me. You may need to use something lighter or heavier. That depends on your strength and on your level of fitness. It also depends on what you have available to you and how hard you're looking to push yourself today. So please consider all of those factors when choosing your weights and make the decision that is best for you. We are starting with an Arnold press. So go ahead and pick up your weights. You're going to start with your weights in front of you like this. So my palms are facing my chest and the backs of my hands are facing you. You want to start with your feet, not super wide apart, but maybe just a little wider than shoulder width apart, because we're going to be adding a squat to this later. So find a position with your feet that's comfortable, maybe a little bit wider than your shoulders, but not too wide. From here, I'm going to rotate my arms out to the side, bringing the weights to my shoulders, and now my palms are facing you. From here, I'm just going to press the weights up overhead. So straighten the arms, press the weights straight up overhead, and now reverse the movement. Bend the elbows, shoulders come back, or weights come back down to the shoulders, and then return to your starting position. And you're gonna lightly tap the weights together, make sure the movement's under control. I don't want you to bang the weights together, I want the movement to be controlled. So shoulders, press the weights up, weights come back down to the shoulders, and return to the starting position, lightly tapping those dumbbells together, controlling every aspect of the movement. So that's our first exercise. The second exercise, we're going to add a squat to that. So with your squats, the first thing I want you to think of doing is tucking your shoulder blades into your back pockets. All right, that's gonna help keep your shoulders back and down. Back, meaning that you wanna kind of feel like you're pinching your shoulder blades together, and down, meaning away from the ears. All right, so tuck those shoulder blades into the back pocket, and now I want you to think of trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty. So if you really do that, that's going to help keep your back flat and the weight in your heels, which is what we want. And then from this position is where you want to sink down into your squat. Then you're going to actively press your heels into the ground and push the ground away while you stand, again, keeping your back flat and the weight in your heels the entire time. So shoulders back and down, chest is high, core is engaged. Tighten up those abs, push the booty back, flat back, weight is in the heels, sink down into your squat. And now pressing those heels into the ground, push the ground away, and stand. We're going to be doing that while holding on to our weights, and we're going to combine it with the Arnold press. So it's going to look like this. So again, my feet are going to be just a little wider than shoulder width apart. I'm going to rotate my wrists so that they are facing you, and now I'm going to bring the weights up towards my chest so that now my wrists are facing my chest and the back of my hands are facing you. From here, I'm going to sink down into my squat. So engage the core, tighten up those abs, push that booty back, flat back, weight in the heels as you sink down into your squat. Now push the ground away and stand. And then from here, we're going to go into our Arnold press. So rotating the arms around, now my palms are facing forward. Press the weights up overhead. Bring the weights back down to the shoulders and return to the starting position, keeping the movement under control. So from the side, it's going to look like this. Let's put it all together. Squat, Arnold press, squat, and Arnold press. Then for the third and final exercise, we're just going to add a reverse grip bent over row to that. Okay, so make sure your knees are soft, meaning that when I say soft knees, I mean that there's a slight bend to the knees. They're not locked out like this, okay? So don't actively try to straighten your legs. They're more or less straight, but you want a slight bend to your knees, so keep the knees soft. For the bent over row, you're going to be hinging at the hips. So again, your back is going to stay flat and the weight is going to stay in your heels. And it is from this position, hinging at the hips, that you're going to row the weight. This is a reverse grip row, which means that as I'm holding onto my dumbbells, my palms are facing the wall in front of me. And from this position, I'm going to row the weights, meaning that I'm just going to bend my elbows and lift the weights up towards my shoulders, and then control the movement on the way down. So again, I'm not just letting the weights fall down, I'm controlling the movement on the way up and controlling the movement on the way down. So with each of these exercises, we're building off of the previous exercise. So to put this all together with our squat and our Arnold press, it's going to look like this. I'm going to start by holding the weights up in front of my chest like this. I'm going to sink down into my squat. And now from here, before I come up and return to my standing position, I'm going to hinge at the hips and lower the weights down in front of me with control. Then I'm going to do my reverse grip, bent over row, control the movement, lower the weights back down. Now I'm going to return the weights back up in front of my chest, sink back down into my squat, and now I'm going to actively press my heels into the ground, push the ground away and stand, and then finishing up with my Arnold press. So put it all together, it's going to look like this. Squat, hinge, weights go down, bent over row. Now bring the weights back up, sink back down into your squat, stand, and Arnold press. Squat, hinge, bent over row, squat, stand, Arnold press. All right, that's our third and final exercise. So let me just go ahead and explain the format so you know how everything fits together, and then we'll go ahead and get started. My timer is set for 10-second rest intervals, 50-second work intervals times 5 rounds. So that's our 5 minutes. With each 10-second rest interval, you can rest if you want. That's totally fine. I want to increase the difficulty level and increase the intensity since this is such a short workout. So with those 10-second rest intervals, I'm going to do 1 jump tuck burpee. So if you would like to join me and increase the intensity level and the difficulty level of this workout by using those 10-second intervals to squeeze in just 1 extra rep, I'm going to be doing jump tuck burpees, so it looks like this. Hands come down to the ground. I'm going to jump my feet back, so I'm in a plank position. I'm going to do a push up, then I'm going to jump my feet back in and stand, and from here I'm going to do a jump tuck, meaning that I'm going to jump and drive my knees up as high as I can, like that. So put all together, it looks like this. Hands go down, jump the feet back, push up, jump the feet in, and jump tuck. So with each 10-second rest interval, I'm going to do 1 jump tuck burpee, and then with whatever time remaining I have of that 10-second interval, I will use the rest of that time to rest before I move on to my next weighted exercise. So it's just going to be a total of 5 burpees over the course of the entire workout. If you would like to do that, any burpee variation you want to do will work. There are a million different burpee variations. Just please make sure that if you are doing a burpee variation that includes a push-up, that you are minding your form on your push-up. So do not allow your hips to drop down like this. Do not allow your hips or your belly to touch the ground or the floor ever. Keep your hips lifted high, engage your core, so make sure your abs are nice and tight, and keep your head still. Do not dip your forehead down to the ground, okay? Make sure your body stays in one straight line from your heels to your shoulders. You're going to bend your elbows and lower your chest, and only your chest, as low to the ground as you can. Then you're going to push the ground away and push yourself back up. Return to your starting position again, keeping your core tight and engaged, keeping your hips high, and keeping your body in one straight line from your heels to your shoulders the entire time. So don't Allow your hips or your belly to drop down to the ground, and don't lower your forehead down to the ground. Keep your head still, body stays in one straight line. Lower the chest, and only the chest down to the ground. Push the ground away, keeping your body in one straight line and keeping your head still. So with each 10-second interval, I'm going to do one burpee, and then I'm going to rest for the remainder of that 10-second interval. And with each 50-second work interval, I'm going to be doing one of those 3 weighted exercises that I just showed you, and they're going to build just like I just showed you. So with the first 50-second work interval, I'm going to be doing Arnold presses. Then with the second 50-second work interval, I'm going to be doing a squat plus an Arnold press. And with the third 50-second work interval, we're going to combine the squat and the Arnold press with our bent over reverse grip row. So starting with the Arnold press, and then exercises 2 and 3, we're going to add an element with each of those intervals. And then for our final 2 work intervals, exercises 4 and 5, we're going to take away an element. So we're going to go backwards. So for the 4th work interval, I'm going to go back to my squat plus an Arnold press. So we are removing the reverse grip bent over row. And then for our 5th and final work interval, we're going to finish the way we started with 50 seconds of Arnold press. So 5 work intervals. The first work interval is Arnold press. Second work interval, squat plus Arnold press. Third interval, squat plus bent over reverse grip row plus Arnold press. And then back to squat plus Arnold press. And then the 5th work interval is just the Arnold press. And with each 10-second interval, I'm going to do 1 jump top burpee. If anything is unclear about the format, please remember that I always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video, and you're going to watch me do it right now, so watch me do it, read the instructions, but then of course, if anything is unclear, please just ask questions. I'm right here to help. If you have any questions about how to do these exercises with the correct form, again, I'm right here to help, so please just ask. It's incredibly important that you understand how to do the exercises correctly before you begin the workout, so that you reduce your risk of injury, and also just to make sure that you're getting the maximum benefit out of each exercise. So don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions about how to do the exercise properly, or if you need help with beginner modifications. It is really important to me that all of my workouts are always accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. I'm always here to help facilitate that, so don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. And now you've seen all of the exercises, I've explained the format, so if you are ready to go ahead and start this workout, go ahead and grab a set of dumbbells if you have them. If not, a couple of water bottles, shampoo bottles, cans of soup. Take a minute to make sure you're good and warmed up, and when you're ready, let's get started. All right, so this workout is going to be super short, obviously only 5 minutes long, but it's going to be really tough. So please remember to go at your own pace, and remember to mind your form. Do not sacrifice your form for speed, all right? So when you're ready, we are going to go ahead and start with a 10-second interval. Remember, you can use this 10-second interval to rest if you want. If you want to increase the difficulty and increase the intensity level, you can do 1 jump tuck burpee with me, or another burpee of your choice. But the timer is starting in 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds to do 1 jump tuck burpee. Now, pick up the weights, and with our 50-second work interval, we're doing Arnold presses. As many reps as you can do without sacrificing your form in 50 seconds. So squeezing the weights together in front of you, then bringing the weights to your shoulder, pressing them up overhead. Press the weights up overhead, squeeze in front. So after this work interval, there's going to be another 10-second interval. With that 10-second interval, again, you can rest if you want. Or you can do 1 burpee with me. Okay, so weights down as quickly as you can, 1 burpee. Now pick up the weights. Now we're doing a squat plus an Arnold press. So starting with the weights in front of you like this, Weights are in front of my chest, and my palms are facing my chest. I'm pushing that booty back, keeping my back flat, and the weight in my heels as I sink down into my squat. Then push the ground away to stand, and adding in that Arnold press at the top. So squat, Arnold press. Weights down, 1 burpee. Pick up the weights. And a squat, hinge, let the weights come down, reverse grip row, back down to the squat, stand, Arnold press, squat, hinge, row, Arnold press, squat, hinge at the hips. Make sure you're keeping your knees soft. Don't lock out your knees. Make sure you're keeping a flat back and keeping the weight in your heels. 1 burpee. Now, back to our squat, Arnold press. So for the second and third work intervals, we were adding 1 component. For these final 2 work intervals, we're going to deduct 1 component. So we're moving backwards now. We've removed the reverse grip and over row. 1 burpee. Okay, this is our final work interval. So just Arnold press from here on out. So with the last work interval, we removed the reverse grip bent over row. With this work interval, we removed the squat, and we're finishing the same way we began, with just Arnold press. So do your best. I know it's getting hard. If you need to do these 1 arm at a time, that's another option to make it a bit easier. But that's our 5 minutes. Good job. Shake it out. That was a really tough 5 minutes. My shoulders are crying, but we're almost finished. Remember that no workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee, so we have just 1 rep left to go. But first, it is time for the McFlurry minute, so I'm going to reset my timer to count down 60 seconds for me. I'm going to jump rope, completing as many revolutions of the jump rope as I can in 60 seconds. And if I can make it through the entire 60-second work interval without tripping over my jump rope, everybody wins a free McFlurry. So give me just a minute to reset my timer. I will be right back. All right, my timer has been reset. There is a lot riding on this today, you guys, because we have a streak going of 13 successful McFlurry minutes in a row. And if Rebecca and I are successful today, that will extend our winning streak to 14 in a row, and that ties the current record. Rebecca is ready to do it. Rebecca is my adorable black jump rope with the little white skulls on the handles, And for those of you who have asked me where I get my jump ropes, I will leave a link and a coupon code in the description box down below the video. So click on the link and use coupon code RUDEBECCA to save an additional 10%. And now wish us luck, because I feel like I have the weight of the world on my shoulders. I very much do not want to break this winning streak. So I'm really feeling the pressure. We are on the brink of tying the world record of successful McFlurry minutes in a row. So it's very exciting, but it's also incredibly nerve-wracking. So just wish me luck. I'm gonna do my absolute best. We're starting with a 10-second rest interval. And now here we go. Our entire streak is on the line. I'm gonna do my best. Wish me luck. I'm gonna cry. I'm seriously gonna cry. What did I trip with, like 2 seconds left? 2 seconds, maybe 3. That's how close we came to tying the record. I'm seriously gonna cry right now. I have to go on record, as always, by saying this was not RUDEBECCA's fault. RUDEBECCA did an amazing job. RUDEBECCA is a wonderful jump rope. It's not your fault. I take 100% responsibility for tripping over you. My sweet, adorable little jump rope. I'm so sorry, you guys. What can I say? 13 in a row is still an amazing streak. 13 free McFlurries in a row is fantastic. But today, I'm going to have to pay for my McFlurry, because I'm still gonna go to McDonald's and I'm still gonna eat ice cream for lunch, but this time, instead of celebrating my winning streak, it's going to be to drown my sorrows in ice cream. I let you guys down, I let RUDEBECCA down, and I feel just terrible about it, but there is always tomorrow. We are going to take the weekend to recover from this crushing defeat, and we will start anew next week. We will begin at the top. We will start over with day 1, and we will start a new winning streak, and one of these days we will set a new record, but unfortunately today was just not that day. I did my best, but I came up short today, so you're gonna have to buy your own ice cream today. Again, I'm sorry. So stay strong, we'll get them next time. So now we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. When you're ready, final rep of the day, here we go. With that, the workout is now officially complete. If you did this little 5-minute workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately, and even if you're not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos, and thank you so much for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. You guys are the absolute best. It really does just mean the world to me, so thank you for that. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything is unclear with the format, if you have any questions about the exercises we were doing today, any doubts about how to do them with the correct form, or if you need to see beginner modifications, I'm right here, so please don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. If you like these 5-minute workouts and you would like to see more of them, please remember that I have an entire playlist of 5-minute workouts on my channel. I will put it right there. So click on that if you want to check out more 5-minute workouts. And we will be continuing to do these 5-minute Fridays for the foreseeable future. So I will be continuing to bring you at least one new 5-minute workout each week. That is going to do it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.